And so
We
now,
are live. I'm gonna post on Instagram that we're going live.
look at us live from wherever we are. It's Wednesday afternoon.
We are live.
I
This is
do
the
feel,
first time I think I've ever live streamed from my bed.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever live streamed from my bed before.
Sometimes you got to go live in your bed. I've been saying that for years, actually.
I've actually been living in my bed for years.
No, I get that.
Where did I
Oh,
put the live stream graphic?
the title is still We Are Back.
This is still true.
We are back, and I'm going to put Wednesday edition. Save.
Okay, so I have to go to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
1 second.
1 second, everybody. We're just updating stuff because you know how we are. We're not pros at this thing.
There's always a little bit of a hiccup beginning of every live stream.
And that's what makes it fun. And that's why you got to tune in every time. If it was just perfect every time,
Yeah.
it'd be like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of I have to text myself this YouTube link, which is annoying, but there's a lot of stuff that you can only do once you go live.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
true.
they kind of set it up for like a bit of a scramble situation.
Dude, this is a little bit of a mind altering moment because I have a um message here. I have a chat from Sky, but on YouTube. Sky's typically
Mm,
a Facebook Heroes Quarters type. Uh,
bro, Sky, what happened? Did we abandon Facebook?
yeah, I don't know. We'll
Are we
see.
out on Facebook?
We can do chat overlay if you want. We could put chat on screen. Maybe we can't. Embedded chat. I'll hit launch and see what happens. Is it on the screen? Nope, it's not on the screen. That's okay. Oh, Sky's on their phone. That's where the notification popped up. No one talks about notifications, notification like primary situation. Wherever I get the
What?
notification, that's where I'm going. That's the reality.
Notification primary? What? You're
Like
talking about?
where I prefer to get my notifications is where I'm gonna go to.
I see.
Not a very lively chat today. Just us and Sky.
Okay, posted on our Instagram to link to YouTube.
I think
So
I
I
made a
did.
mis- I think I made a mistake.
What'd you do?
I
To link to
reloaded the
YouTube.
restream. I think
So
I
I
made a
did.
mis- I think I made a mistake.
What'd you do?
I
I can hear it.
reloaded the restream.
I
It ended
I
the
can.
stream. I think I made a mistake.
It ended the stream. You do.
I
I can hear it.
reloaded the restream.
I
It ended
I can.
Sorry, I thought you were asking me the question over and over again, to be honest.
Oh, because you could hear me twice.
Yeah. But it was just me. It was just repeating the thing.
So did
Um,
it end the stream?
okay, we're back live on Facebook. It broke for a second. Sorry about that, Facebook.
We ever leave YouTube?
No. YouTube's resilient.
Oh.
I do have to repost it though, which I feel bad about. I'll be honest. I feel bad about it. Cool.
Let me make sure the link I just posted still works. I think it works. We're good. Okay. Underground Indie said, seems to be working for me over on YouTube. Taking a break at work
Hi,
and saw
Lucy.
this pop up.
A little family walk action.
Love that.
Nick, what's going on in your life today? Give us a little rundown. I want a little view of Nick Vitillaro's life. What's Wednesday like for an NV kind of guy like you?
Oh, where to start? I actually woke up really early today. Weird,
Yeah.
uncharacteristically, yeah. Lately I'm waking up around like 8, which is a little late. Like 8, maybe 9, if I really try to sleep in. Because I've been staying up really, really late. For no good reason, of course, but
Yeah.
that's just what it's been. Today I woke up at like 6, just unprompted. I was wide awake. I didn't set any alarm, and I was kind of like, okay, I guess I'll get up. And for some reason, the first thing I did this morning was I tried to set up some LED light strips around my desk. I don't know why I did that.
How'd it go?
Um, so I set it all the way up, and then I tried to plug it in, and I think the receiver that I got for the for the light setup is like broken. So
Dude,
it's like a
there's an
pretty
electrical thing
annoying.
going on in your apartment. There's an electrical thing happening in your apartment.
You think
Because
so?
it blew out that charger too.
Yeah,
I
could
think
be
you
that.
should get some surge protectors. I don't
Yeah, I
think you
think
should
you're right.
plug anything. I don't think you should plug anything into the walls anymore. I think you should go straight surge protector the whole time.
Yeah,
Fool me once,
I
fool me twice.
yeah, maybe you're right. It did ruin my charger. That was weird.
And chargers are not
Didn't,
cheap.
didn't think about that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't troubleshot it a ton. I just kind of tried it and I was like, well, whatever. Um, it's not an essential thing. That's why it's so weird that I started my day that way. I did like a very non-essential task immediately when I woke up. I just wanted to get it done. So that was weird. Then I went outside. I got a little walk around the block. I grabbed a coffee with a little cold brew action. It was actually maybe you can speak to this as the resident coffee guy here, but like they had an option between a natural cold brew and a washed cold brew that I'd
Okay.
never seen before.
Yeah.
I've
Were they
seen
both
like
single
single
origin?
origin. Huh?
Were they both single origin?
Well, they have to be, right? Or
No, you can have. I haven't seen a lot of natural blends, to be honest. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure there's people out there doing it, but natural, I mean, every coffee's like washed or natural or bourbon or whatever it is, right? They all are something. Blends are just two different coffees from two different places.
that's fair. Yeah, so for those watching who may not be coffee savvy, I'll play dumb. Are blends worse coffees typically?
So that's a big misconception about coffees, actually. There is a thought process, and I fall victim to this all the time, that blends are worse because they're blended. And I think
Mm,
the reason for that is because a lot of the mass producers of coffee only do blends, right? So it's
interesting.
like if you went to the best two farms for coffee in the world, I mean, let's say one was in Panama, one was in Kenya, and then you blended those, that would probably taste pretty good, to be honest, you know? But the idea is that typically it's not the case because if you spend so much time like producing a really good coffee bean, you want to just have a single origin. Like, why would you blend it if it's that good?
Yeah.
You can make some really interesting kind of like flavor profiles by blending. So, same thing in wine, right? It's
Mm,
like there's the whole blends thing in wine, and yeah, so it's the same thing. Single origins are typically you have a higher chance of having a good coffee at the single origin. Um, but you can have a good blend. Just a lot of blends are bad
yeah.
because there's more of them.
Well, there you go. Resident coffee guy.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about?
What?
I was thinking about how much I love coffee and how I really like it. And I was also thinking maybe I should never try to make money on it
Yeah.
because making money on it would just turn it into something that drives me stress.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, it's like, why can't me just hosting people over at my house and making them a great cup of coffee be enough for me? Why do I have to turn it into some capitalistic thing?
Yeah, it's a good question to ask, man. I think it's like the whole hobby crisis, right? It's like the pressure to turn everything that you like doing into something that's monetizable. Even as entrepreneurs, it's like it's important to have hobbies. I think that like we get fed a lot of propaganda that's like, oh, you should spend every waking moment of your life putting effort into your business. And um, I don't think that's necessarily bad, but it's like, yeah, it's like you got to live and you have to do stuff that like doesn't have an immediate and obvious
Yeah.
reason other than the fact that it makes you happy to be alive.
Yeah.
And it's, because you're right. If you try to monetize it and it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, it's like a failure on it's like a betrayal on two levels. You're like, oh, this failed as like a business endeavor, but now it's like I failed myself because I essentially forgive this word. I pimped out my hobby. Like I tried to use this thing I love into a vehicle for profit, and it's like when it works out, it's like great, but when it doesn't, it's like there's a lot of like baggage that can come with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read some coffee orders here in the chat because these are fun.
Yeah.
Tara's summer coffee is cold brew with seltzer, and I love that because I've been drinking a lot of I guess espresso tonics is what they'd be called recently, which is literally just a shot of espresso and some tonic water, and I have been absolutely loving it. That's very similar. Victoria said Kirkland brand coffee. What I can though. Pure Kona is the best to Victoria. Typically, she drinks Kirkland brand. Sky's on that dirty chai blended, but is currently doing tea and a turmeric chai at that. Hi, Allie. What's going on? Yeah,
So,
tonic
Nick,
is
so
wonderful.
for those of you who don't know, actually, probably none of you know this. Nick's gonna come spend about what 8 days with me here in San Diego.
6, I think.
6 days.
About a week.
Um, and another one of my friends is coming for 7 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out the sleep situation on that one. But
Is there crossover?
yeah, Pete gets here Tuesday, and you get here
Oh,
Wednesday.
I thought you were Sam.
It's
Isn't he
Sam,
coming this
Sam
weekend?
Monday. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
Sam gets here on Friday, leaves Monday, and then Pete gets here Tuesday. You get here Wednesday. Anyways,
Wow.
all that to be said, should I buy a cold brew maker and have cold brew available to you if you're on a cold brew kick? And by the way, to all of you out there, cold brew is very easy to make. It just takes a little bit of time on the front end. So if you're out there like going around town and buying like a $6 cold brew, you can make it for all in. And this is counting the cost of the thing to make it. If you make 6 cups of coffee, no, if you make 10 cups of coffee, it'll cost you $5 a cup with the cost of the cold brew maker. After that, it'll be $2 a cup at most. That's expensive coffee. It's expensive coffee. So I'm looking at this one right here. I'm going to screen share it because we're all in the conversation.
Yeah. So, but you don't need this, right?
You don't need it. It's better to have something like that. This one's actually great because it restricts the flow. So you just put the coffee in there and then you put the water in and then it just overnight it just turns into cold brew.
Hmm.
You can do it in if you are if you have a French press at home, you can do it in a French press. There's some other ways to do it, but that's probably the easiest way to do it because that's essentially pour over cold brew. Um, I don't know if you remember this, Nick, but the single origin cold brew at Zoka in Kirkland, they use something kind of like that too, that big Paul like hourglass looking thing. And that single origin cold brew was really, really good. It was pretty toxic, but it was really good. So, anyways, Maybe I'll get that for next week and we do a coffee party on live stream.
Up to you, man. I've just been making normal coffee, and then I'll just leave my decanter in my fridge for a night, and then I just have cold brew the next day. If I want to go outside and walk around with coffee. Maybe I don't understand the difference between cold brew and like a pour over.
You don't?
Not really.
Well, so you use hot water to make a pour over, so that'd be a hot brew. Cold brew, use cold water. But because it's cold water, it takes longer to extract. So you have to extract it for a longer period of time.
So is it not the same thing if I just made a pour over and then put it in the fridge and it cooled and became cold?
That is different, yes.
Oh. Well, I've been doing that, and it's been tasting the same.
From a chemistry perspective, it's different.
Mm.
So, because think about cold brew is like concentrate, right? Whenever you order a cold brew, they pour a little bit of cold brew in, they put ice in it, and they put water in it, and then they give it to you, and they shake it like this, right? Because cold brew is so like condensed, because it has a higher caffeine because it's been seeping through it for like 24 hours.
So, yeah, so Underground Indie just commented, said, my brother does this and it annoys me. He brews coffee and puts it in the fridge and calls it cold brew. Well,
yeah,
I guess that's what I've been doing, I guess. I didn't realize that there's a difference.
Yeah. I'm also my syrup making era.
Right.
You see my syrups? I'll go get them. I'll do it.
That's all right, man. You're good.
I'll get my syrups, dude. I'll do it.
You're good. So I don't want to take from Friday's live stream too much. But our artist Ryan, he will be live streaming with us on Friday. He's giving us homework, some pop culture, some nerd classic movie watching homework, and I think I have to pull up the list. But I know that Kyle watched a movie last night. Do you want to talk about it here, or should we just talk about the list that he gave us?
We should talk about the list, because we're gonna talk about it with Ryan. We're gonna talk about our first impressions with Ryan live.
Okay. Fair. That's fair.
But I watched Kiki's Delivery Service.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give no more thoughts because that's for Friday. But what we should do is we should share the video that Ryan made.
Yeah, do that,
guys. We all know that you know this, but Ryan's the most talented person to ever live, and he's been moving a little bit more into the marketing side of the Heroes Journal business, into our situation. And one of the things he's been doing is we're trying to find fun and creative ways to explain who we are, right? All of you get it. You all know who we are and what we do. But to a new person, it's a little confusing at times. And we want like a really concise and fun way to talk about it. So Ryan took to his computer and he took to his puppet maker, which a lot of you have seen, and he made a pretty freaking cool video.
I try to share it, but I'm not able to share.
You wouldn't have share access, dude. It's kind of my thing.
So the host of this meeting has forbade it.
Forbade? It said forbade.
No, that was me, but it felt like it said that.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna play this video.
I can't hear it.
But we tend to get stuck in a cycle of stagnation.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Where inaction keeps things the same. Sure, we make efforts now and then to make a change, but more often than not, we fall back into the same old habits and we're stuck again, wishing things were different. We've all been there, and it's not for lack of trying. You just need structure, motivation, and proper tools to break you out of your cycle and put you on a new path, a path of adventure. Will you answer the call? If so, the Heroes Journal is here to help. A 91-day undated goal-setting journal that makes you the hero of your own life. Pick a storyline, pick your color, and use the opening pages to figure out your goal, or as we prefer to call it, your quest. Over the course of your adventure, the daily pages help you keep organized, focused, and mindful of your quest. Track your habits, identify what's helping or hindering you on your journey, and level up at the end of each chapter by reflecting on all that you've accomplished so far. Plus, the art changes every page, telling the story day by day, and best of all, you can color it. If you want to be the hero of your own story and break out of the cycle of stagnation, give the Hero's Journal a try. Who knows? It might change your life. If you could.
Ew.
Such a good like punchline, dude. That little end. Who knows? It might just change your life. Come on, you can't write something that good. He did. He literally did. But it's really. Good.
I have been wondering, did Ryan script these out, or is he just kind of improving and then filling in the gaps later with different little animations, you know?
I don't know. He's good at it. Whatever he's doing, he's good at it.
So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool to like. It's cool to see Ryan's like gritty side. You know, seeing him like, hey, we have a crisis of not being able to explain what we are and who we are and why we do what we do. And he has come through in the clutch multiple times now.
Yeah. I wonder how much he likes it. I think we should talk to him about it on Friday and see if he kind of hates the process or what he thinks.
Yeah. Talk
I also was thinking like we could do a live stream where he makes one like live. Like we could all build one together. Like how do we explain Legend of Astoria, or like how we can kind of all brainstorm like a social post. I think it'd be kind of fun.
He can
I don't know
also
if you guys would care, but
he can do the live puppet thing too.
that's true.
We could live stream with the puppet. It could be me and you and the mentor.
It's me and you and the puppet.
It's kind of like a Jeff Dunham special.
Wow. Good. That was a good joke.
Cool. We did the thing again where we just kind of ramble about whatever Nick and I are thinking about. For those of you who do come to these live streams, and we're very thankful for that you're here, what are some things you want us to talk about? We're planning on doing a couple a week for the next month or so. And we want to help you guys get the most out of it. Like we want this to be a beneficial thing where heroes of old and heroes of new can come and like enjoy this experience, and we can kind of grow together. So yeah, so let me know. Underground Indie. It was great to see you. Have fun at work. But yeah, like what do we
Balloons.
wow. A full set and needed no explanation. You know, maybe that's one of our so we did like we did some focus group calls about a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our goals was to not talk to longtime heroes because we wanted to hear about what new heroes thought. Because we talk to you guys a lot and we hear your opinions. And so it's good to like talk to people who don't have the primer of watching live streams or knowing Nick and Kyle over the last 6 years. And a lot of them said it wasn't that complicated to get either. But that being said, a lot of people said, oh, I liked it because it looked like Zelda or something along those lines, which is also not really what we are. So maybe there's like a in between there. We have to be better at explaining that we're our own IP, but also, yeah, something else.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since we've been doing the live stream thing. We're coming back with Fury. We're live streaming multiple times a week. We tried TikTok on Monday. That went really bad. But we're learning. You know, we walked away with some knowledge.
Everything is a gift or an opportunity.
Right. That is right. I also wanted to poll the people here. I wanted to ask you about two different ways of buying things. I want to know how many what percentage of things that you buy online are bought on Amazon? So like when you think about buying anything online, maybe you buy groceries online, maybe you buy toiletries or shampoo or something. Maybe it's clothes, maybe it's little knickknacks. How much of that is on Amazon? And that's just me assuming everyone here is on Amazon. If you're not, I'd also be curious to hear about that and why. And then a bonus question: who has bought something on TikTok Shop? If you're on TikTok, the app that was once meant for lip singing and dancing is now a marketplace. And so I want to know if anyone here has bought anything on TikTok. I know I have. I'll share with you what I bought most recently. And then Kyle, what's your online purchase split? How many things from Amazon do you think you buy?
I buy all my books on Amazon. It's easier that way. Yeah, I bought Perfect Coffee Water on Amazon. I usually try to buy from the actual websites.
Yeah.
I'm very much like I shop on e-commerce stores. But yeah, I buy all my books on Amazon. I've bought a lot of books recently. So doing that.
Nice.
I'm doing the thing.
I probably buy 70% of the things I buy a month on Amazon.
Really?
I buy a ton of stuff on Amazon. I buy all my vitamins on Amazon. I buy all of my like shower stuff. I also just moved, so I ended up buying a lot of things on Amazon just that come with moving to a new place. Um, yeah, I'm an Amazon fiend apparently.
Yeah, you really are.
Maybe I just like shopping.
Um,
Were you gonna read Brittany's comment?
yeah. So I was gonna read Brittany's comment. I was gonna talk about school, if that's okay with you, Nick.
Yeah.
Cool. So Brittany said, I've tried the THJ PDF twice and have admittedly struggled to use it, but I really wanted to make it work. I'm a writer and would love advice/tips on how to use it as a writer for my authoring adventure. And then meaning for a future stream idea. Yep. So we have an idea for you, Brittany, and maybe those like you. So as you guys know, we have built like a billion communities. We have Facebook, we have the Heroes Quarters, we have the Facebook page, we have Discord, and we have the Heroes Guild. All of which I think are great. In a vacuum, I think they're great. I think over across all of the things, it's kind of confusing. I'll be honest. It's kind of like confusing about what the value of one is over the other versus the other versus the other. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, there's been people doing like construction in the apartment like right above mine, and it sounds like they're trying to like burrow into my apartment. Anyways, so we've been looking at I know this is going to sound like there's going to be some people who are like stop, but we've been looking into a new platform. Right now the Heroes Guild is built on Wix. It's like a built from the ground up platform, which is great for what it is, but we've been thinking about going onto a platform called School. The reason we like School is because in platform, we can put videos in challenge, like we could put like courses essentially into there. So we could do like a 7-day like adventure quest setup segment. So you could go in there, you could set up your adventure over 7 days. You have 7 videos from Nick and Kyle or Ryan or whoever does it. We could do a 7-day health quest kickstart. We could do a 7-day journal kickstart. We could do mental health and go from there. We have thought about doing an app, but we don't have a ton of working capital, so we don't have a lot of money to make the app. The cool thing about School is that there is a mobile app for that, so you could take these courses on your phone or on your laptop, and it would just be like maybe like an 8-minute video every day where it was like Nick or me and be like, hey, welcome to day 2. We're so excited that you're taking this creative quest. What we're going to do today is we're going to work out of these few prompts and we're going to use our journals to help us. and then we would do it with you right there. And then we would like have a comment section where you could talk to other people who are doing the same quest, or you get feedback, things like that. Felt like a really good way because we are a community of people who like to chat, which is great, but we're also a community of people who are trying to grow. We're trying to work together to get to the next stage of whatever we're trying to accomplish. And so I think having these courses could allow for like mini cohorts to form in this platform. People could talk about their experiences working on their novels, their walking quest, their diet quest, or whatever they're working on. Yeah, and then the hope would be in the future that we could like partner with creators that you guys all love, and we could maybe have them give us some feedback on courses in their domain of expertise and kind of launch new things, but that's down the road. But that's kind of the vision. It sounds like we have some positive feedback on that vision. People seem to like that. Well, hey, 8 minutes is too long. Let's do 5. That's even better for us. It's easier to make a 5-minute video than an 8-minute video. So we could do reading quests. Melissa can even be the head of the reading quests. But yeah. Did I leave anything out, Nick?
No, I think it's great. Yeah. No, I think you're pretty well. We've wanted a platform that we were able to build quest specific little modules in. Kyle mentioned that we had done some previous hero calls with people who have bought recently, and one of the things we saw, we did different segments of heroes. So we did heroes that have bought just one time. We did heroes that have bought more than one time. On the heroes that have bought more than one time, we noticed a distinct change in how they interacted with us and just how excited they were, and sort of like, to tell you the truth, like how much of a fan they were of the Hero's Journal and how much they like loved the product. And there's a difference, people on the first call were definitely engaged, but they were just a little bit more, I would say, like at a distance. They still like the product. Second call, it was crazy. I mean, people just like loved it. And so we've been trying to figure out what is that thing that clicks in someone's head from journal 1 to journal 2, or from product 1 to product 2, whatever it is. That like, also, sorry for yawning so much. It's because I'm laying in bed. What is that thing that gets people like hooked from 1 to 2 that makes them into like that super fan? And I think that one of the things is having a really smooth start to your quest. I think if you can get through that first 3 days of a journal, and then that first 7 days, like if you can do a whole week of journaling, even if it takes you longer than 7 days, you get to that first chapter reflection. I think that's when people start to really see and feel the benefit of journaling every day, having that ritual, trying to make themselves the hero of the story, considering what it means to have a quest, all that good stuff. And so I think that a platform like School helps heroes do that even easier. It helps them start by giving them quest prompts and little, segments, or modules rather, to go in and like start with someone else. So I'm even thinking about the idea of like cohorts. Like I like the idea of having like a monthly cohort, or maybe one every few months, and they all just kind of like start at the same time. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Nick, have you done your journal today?
I have. It's in the other room. I can go get it if you want.
Well, I left mine here, so I was doing mine right now. So I didn't know if you wanted to go through a little bit of a workshop on how I use it or how you use it.
I'd be down for that. Why don't you start? I'll go grab it from my desk.
Cool. If you guys haven't journaled today and you have a journal near you and you're not on a walk, I know Sky's on a walk. I encourage you to open up your journal. I'm currently working through a Galaxy of Astoria journal. I really like this one. I love this orange. To be honest, I started this one a year ago and I put it down for a while, and I just picked it back up, and I have a new quest. My quest right now is to live with intention. I am trying to get a better idea of how I spend my days, because how you spend your days is how you spend your life. And I'm trying to build positive habits, and I want to figure out what I care about. And so living with intention is really, really helpful. So my quest today was live with intention. And my intention for the day, I give myself, this is kind of like my creative writing prompt that I give myself every day. Today's was get out. It's just get out. And I am an isolator. I'm an isolator. It's what I do. When I am left to my own devices, I will just hermit into my little cave, and I'll play video games and I'll eat junk food and I won't do anything. I was looking at my step counts from a couple months ago. I had a week where every day I had less than 1,000 steps. That's crazy, right? So, get out is my theme. I'm trying to be kind to myself. Obviously, we have days where we're just kind of in a rut. We want to stay home, but just get out the best if I can. So get out today. So I have my morning meetings, did that. Got my live stream. We're doing that right now. And after this, I'm going to go directly from here to go for my walk, because that's what get out is.
That's great.
Yeah. My gratitudes. So this is going to be really corny. So I'm sorry. And if my girlfriend's watching, I'm sorry that I'm telling everyone this, but I write my girlfriend every single day. And it's obvious, right? If you write the same thing every day, it's like, of course you still like your girlfriend. But I write her down because I don't want to ever have the chance of forgetting how grateful I am for her. I like to put her in there just to be like every day to see myself write down that I'm thankful for my girlfriend. Some days I write specific things that she does. Some days I just write her name. Today I'm just writing her name. But I do like to put that in there because it's important for me to just remind myself every single day that she's the best. So that's my first thing I'm grateful for. What's the first thing you're grateful for today, Nick?
I felt early wake up.
Okay.
Yeah, that felt relevant. I no matter what anyone tells you, like waking up early is always going to be a more productive feeling day than waking up at 11 a.m. or whatever. It just is the truth of the matter. I heard a quote recently where someone said like they said I've never met an unimpressive person who woke up at 5 a.m. every day. I think about that a lot. Um, just like just that idea of like the hard thing is what makes you interesting.
Yeah.
It makes your life, interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of, boring people that wake up early, but maybe the right word is like I've never met an unintentional person who wakes up at 5 a.m. There's something like just really powerful I think about. I don't know, someone who's like, yeah, I get up at an uncomfortable time and then I like
Yeah.
even if they just lollygag around and do whatever, like getting up early is still one of the hardest things to do every day. So anyway,
Yeah.
as a
The
my
way
gratitudes.
I look at waking up early is it's not a prerequisite for success. You could be successful and wake up at any time, but it is like a really good, like if you don't know what else to do, going to bed early and waking up early is like a good fodder for that. It's not 100% necessary, but it's good, you know.
Yeah.
My second one is I put sunshine lunch. I sat outside for lunch today. It was
Mm,
like 73 and sunny. I mean, come on. Can't beat that.
beautiful. Love it. Love an outside lunch.
What was your second one?
Second one is put back in the gym.
Okay.
Because I went back to the gym yesterday for a lift, and it wasn't the greatest, but I did it, and I realized it had been a long time, maybe almost 6 weeks since I'd actually gotten like a gym workout in, and that's just not like me, and that's like far below my standard, but yeah, it just felt good to kind of get back in. And I mean, the truth of the matter is like yesterday, like I really didn't like it would have been a very easy day to not go to the gym or to give myself excuses not to, but I wrote in my journal actually on Monday that I was going to work out every day this week. And I didn't on Monday. I didn't on Tuesday. Actually, I did on Tuesday. I did on Monday, but I did last night. And I'm going to do it today. And so, yeah, just something really powerful about just being like, okay, I'm gonna write this in this book. I don't
Yeah.
know when it's gonna happen necessarily, but like just the power of like kind of prepping your subconscious like that, and then like building on it with the gratitude the next day of like, oh, I'm really grateful I woke up early yesterday, and I'm really grateful that I worked out. Just like having that tucked away somewhere in your subconscious, like I think tomorrow it's gonna make me like I'm not gonna set an alarm again and watch me. I'm gonna wake up early again and I'm gonna go to the gym again today. It's like it's just gonna happen. So
I love it.
yeah, yeah. I have a mini quest going on right now. So my overall quest at this moment is I put sober until 720. So that's when one of our good friends actually turns 30. So he's having his 30th birthday in July. And so I'm going sober from a few things, namely alcohol, till till then. Just because I typically only drink on the weekends, and when I do, it just kind of like ruins my health and my sleep and a whole lot of other stuff. So I just kind of want to challenge myself there. However, more the mini quest under that is I'm going to visit Kyle in San Diego on the 30th, and so basically I looked at the next. This is on May 20th, so I looked at the next 10 days and I said, all right, I'm gonna do like a 10-day mini sprint, just like a 10-day mini quest, where I'm gonna walk and work out every day. I'm gonna track my macros. I'm gonna weigh myself. I'm gonna track all of it, and just gonna like I've learned enough about myself to like I can do like a really hardcore version of life for about 10 days and without having like a burnout or like a crazy backlash. And so I kind of like the excitement. And usually if I have like a trip out on the end of it or somewhere that I'm going, I know that my schedule is going to get shaken up anyway. I kind of like that pressure. I like the urgency that it brings. So yeah.
It's great.
What about you guys? I want to hear if you guys are on any quests, what
Yeah.
you guys are up to, and then also what you're grateful for.
Yeah. My last one was I was thankful for Josh today.
Yeah.
Josh provided a really good other voice. Um, and it let me kind of be the not as bad cop, and he got to be bad cop, and we were able to kind of like have a really tough conversation, and it went really well. And so, yeah,
Yeah. You
I'm
did really
thankful
well in
for
that meeting.
Josh today. What?
Both of you guys did. You guys did really well in that meeting.
What was your last thing you were thankful for?
You know, I only wrote down two. I was thinking of what the third could be. Oh, you know what? I'm actually thankful for credit card points. As stupid as that sounds. Last night I booked a trip to Seattle to go visit my family, namely my niece, and then also a lot of my extended family who actually lives in Texas is going to be up there as well. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it, and it's nice that credit card points make that decision a lot easier. I was able to just transfer them over pretty easy, book the trip, and now I'm going to Seattle. So yeah, kind of nice. Um, yeah, Ali, I'm like you. Ali said that she likes uh the mini quest. I'm a big fan of the mini quest inside of the bigger quest.
Yeah.
Victoria said, mine is to just take one day at a time, get through this cancer thing without worrying. Hold on, it got bumped. Without worrying about it too much. It's a great quest.
Yeah.
Some would say that is the quest, is to take it one day at a time.
So the best part about the Hero's Journal for mini quests is that it's literally broken up into 7-day chunks.
Yeah,
So you can set a 7-day quest and you can just focus on it for a week. And then if you need a little bit of a break from that 7-day quest, you can wait a few days and then you can do another mini quest after that, right? That's the power of Undated with 7-day little sections. The mini quest. And maybe we should start to make more content about the mini quest. I think the mini quest is great.
yeah.
Um, the mini quest is a really good opportunity for the Hero Journal. Cool. We're almost out of time, and I want to make sure we have bracket clock. So I know Brad Clock's usually a Friday thing. Maybe today instead of Brad Clock, we do gratitude o'clock. If you just want to talk about what you're thankful for, let's do that. Let's do gratitude o'clock on Wednesdays. Let's do Brad Clock on Fridays. If you want to brag, you can always do that. But let's focus on gratitude. I think that being grateful for something is a really powerful, really powerful thing. Because once again, everything is a gift and opportunity. So we have an opportunity right now to be grateful with all of our friends online. And we get to just practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Introducing the mini quest. I actually like mini quest more than I like module or course. The creative mini quest. 7 days to supercharge a creative quest.
Yeah.
That's copywriting 101 right there.
I wonder why we wouldn't call it side quest. Like I just said mini quest, but I guess it's because it kind of fit like as they fit under the umbrella of a larger quest, but a side quest does by nature seem to be totally different.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
All right. I was gifted $300, a $300 item from I've been looking at for my art studio to help the animation of my paintings for free this week. So I'm incredibly thankful for this.
I want to see some animated paintings. It's cool.
Yeah.
Jenna, show us, please. All right. Christy said, I'm thankful that today was the last day of school for my kiddos. School's out. Summertime.
Out. Full sum up. Allie's thankful for their awesome cats. I love an awesome cat.
Oh, love an awesome cat. Kara, yep, note the tattoo. Kara said, kiddo graduated from kindergarten and got an award for art. Glad the kid is loving school and making good friends. That is awesome.
And an artiste.
An artiste.
Moon Dancer Pony said, I'm grateful for great coffee beans from the roaster who sells at the local farmers market. We love a roaster at a local farmers market. That's amazing.
Incredible. Very on brand with what we talked about earlier in this live stream. Melissa said, as awful as social media can be, I'm grateful for it too. I got some art from 1000 delivered today. How else would I ever find indie artists without social media? Good point. I mean, even as a small business, like I think we have a love-hate relationship with social media. It feels like something that we kind of have to do, but it's also something that we get to do. We found a lot of cool people that way. It was well said. It's a good one.
You did. Savannah said, I am grateful for pretty nails, and both my kids are now out of braces. Congrats on getting through braces and having pretty nails.
Okay. Yep. Jenna just sent over her Instagram, which is actually looks awesome.
I'm looking at the Lego Husky right now. It's pretty sweet.
Lego Husky. I'm gonna follow Jenna back on Instagram.
These are so cool.
Is that really cool?
Jenna.
So fun. Okay. Well, is that all the brags? I know we have one more.
J Lady had a brag. Kind of a son brag than a me brag, but my son turned 4 on Mother's Day and he finally started to talk. He is autistic and has been nonverbal till this month. So grateful and happy.
Wow.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. It's pretty common actually that, yeah, especially boys will kind of be nonverbal. I used to babysit a kid that was nonverbal and he was about 4 years old. And like they weren't really sure if he was autistic or not. Like it's kind of a common thing. So what a relief, I'm sure it was, J Lady, to kind of to see that. Hopefully, nothing but good news continues from the little guy.
Tanya's thankful
Um,
for their grandson visiting, and Sky's also thankful for sudden rainstorms and rainbows that follow.
wow.
Sudden rainstorms and rainstorms that follow is the title of my book of poems.
Mm.
But thank you all so much for showing up to a Wednesday live stream. What a weird day to live stream, Nick and
I
Kyle.
know.
We were here. We are trying to make these better and better for all of you. We're trying to find better times so that we can all be here together. But we're thankful for all of you. We cannot wait to continue to talk to you on Friday. And until then, may the road rise up to meet you.
Wow, a different sign off now?
Happy Quest.